I'm Kirsty, so I'm the founder of the New Cub. When did we start? I started the New Cub a couple of months ago now, although it has been 2 years in the planning. The New Cub is essentially a one-stop shop, so where people can buy all non-toxic, pregnancy-safe, or for mums and mums-to-be, people looking for baby shower gifts, and also things for babies, toddlers, children. So that's skin, hair, and healthcare, connecting a range of leading brands and independent brands in one place. Well, throughout my pregnancy, so it's been, I guess, 2 years in the planning.
Yeah.
And throughout my pregnancy, I was just searching for the best products to use, whether that be on myself, my skin and my hair, after finding out that some things in my beauty cupboard I couldn't use on my skin and they weren't necessarily pregnancy safe. So I wanted to be sure that anything that I was putting on myself, and of course that's going, your skin absorbs so much, right?
Yeah.
So then you become that bit more conscious when you're growing life inside of you, to make sure that you are using maybe the best, safest things on yourself. So I started kind of researching different brands and figuring out which ones to use. But I just found I'd hear of a good brand and go to that site and then go to another site and then hear something else through word of mouth. And there was just not one place with the research, the information that just connected everything together.
Yeah.
And then when my daughter Dahlia was born, it didn't, kind of all my researching didn't stop there, because then I was like, oh, what to use on her? And I just think where we've got my generations coming up, we want to buy, whether that be just more niche brands, or we're not just always just going to use the leading brands. We want to have more independent brands, and we know there's more choice, but it's finding that choice. So I'd be having a million different tabs open and lots of baskets and carts that I just would fill up with stuff and never check out, because I was just constantly looking at these products, researching them, and having bought a range of products which I felt were good and great and use, but then needing to go to individual sites to buy them.
Yeah.
I don't have a huge amount of time when becoming a mum already, that I did need this one-stop shop where I could buy stuff for me, buy stuff for Dahlia, and it all just be that one checkout experience and all delivered in one box to me, and saving me the time. Perseverance, determination, and self-belief. That is something where I've always had, even before starting the New Cub, I'd have my notebook and the sleepless nights when I was pregnant, and I'd just be notebook writing things down, or on my phone in the note section, brainstorming ideas, brainstorming just different brands, and just building up, because I knew that this was something that I wanted to launch. Having looked across, what was available, you do have sites that maybe offer skin, hair, healthcare products for mums, mums-to-be, babies and children, but they offer a whole range of other stuff too. So it was weaning things like prams and just loads of other stuff where I definitely wanted to focus on just skin, hair and healthcare, and that wasn't around, because there's a range of things, whether that be Feel Unique, Cult Beauty, places like that for beauty, but something that was more targeted just on pregnancy, mothering, children, and that does have a different requirement and a whole different products that come under that. So yeah, it was, I would say, in terms of juggling it all, being a new mum, not having the time, noting down ideas as and when they come to my head. That's been super useful, so I can always then just revert back and think, oh, what's that idea I was thinking at 2 a.m. in the morning? And then it's just the passion and the self-belief, just keeping the reason as to why. It's always finding that why.
Yeah.
Why am I doing this? How does it make me feel? In terms of the lack of sleep, so right now I'm operating on 3 hours solid sleep in a row. But I just don't feel the tiredness. It's been said, that cliche, that you're working on something that's your passion, and you won't have to work a day in your life, you won't feel tired. But I feel it's more, you're working your passion and you're actually excited to see what you can achieve. So, and what keeps me going is, first of all, my happiness and being happy and doing something that I know I'm putting my all into. And what comes out of that is looking back and being like, wow, like something that I needed in my pregnancy, and I'm building it and it's there. And also it's the customers who keep coming back and thinking, oh my God, this is what we need, or this is great, or I've used this product, and just, those testimonials. So it's my happiness too in seeing that, and also for my daughter and my husband, because me being happy also makes me a better mother. It makes, it's just that domino effect that goes out, it radiates out. So I think those are the things that push me. So mum guilt, it's there every day and it never goes away. But what I feel is, if it's never going away, I know I'm doing something that will benefit her. It will benefit, us as a family. So in a way, it kind of balances that mum guilt. I think it's so important. And the village that has been spoken about, that village has changed, and some would say it might be non-existent, but you build that village yourself. So even whether that be my parents or my mother-in-law, to let them know this is what we're doing and this is why we're doing it, and help them understand. Also asking for help, because as women, there has become a thing where we're doing so much, and sometimes you feel you can't ask for help, and everyone, I think just anyway, has become a bit more closed and thinking I'll keep things to myself and just do it without asking for help. And the moment my husband and I sat down, we thought, look, we are going to launch this, we're going to do this, but we are going to need help. And then of course my husband and I, so it's just making sure, because she's part of our team too, I will look at whether that be the winter, and I will notice, oh, her skin is, maybe looking a little bit drier compared to, and I might have been using the same cream, and no, well actually let me change that to something else, maybe a thicker balm, and then I can notice, oh, that's really improved. So then it's that, making sure that I'm seeing it, I'm going through it myself, to then also better understand the products that we put on our website, what's right for certain conditions. So she's also part of the team. And then my husband, it's knowing our roles. So that was one of the key things. I guess we are very much like communication, that's key, that's number one for us. The biggest lesson for me has been just begin, just start. That you can plan and plan and plan and plan, but actually a lot of the learning comes on the job. It comes when you launch. The easiest thing, I think, is starting a business. The hardest thing is running it and keeping it going, keeping it afloat, and learning about all the things, because like what we said before, our team is small. It's a family-run team. We wear lots of different hats. So it's also just making sure that we are, the different roles that we set out for ourselves, making sure that we've got our to-do list, learning things that are new, and also just leaning on other businesses. It's also not being afraid to ask for help, also not being afraid to reach out to people that inspire us, on whether that be on social media, and asking for their tips and tricks, or just looking at other businesses and learning from other businesses. But the biggest lesson is you'll never be 100% ready, so just start and you'll learn on the job. It will fall into place. Yeah, absolutely. They say mum brain, don't they? And that's supposed to be like quite forgetful, which that is a thing. But you also get actually really great ideas come with the mum brain, and come because you're suddenly in a whole different space that you weren't in before. And all these different ideas will come and you only know it when you're in it, that situation. And whether that be so many things that haven't been done yet, or to just make life easier for parents, for mums, and for children. Anyone wanting to start having an idea on maternity leave, brainstorm it, making sure that you've got your what and then your why. I think that's important. The why is what's going to drive you to be, like I say, running that business. So you can start it, but keep coming back to your why of running it. And just go for it. Just go out there. Yes, you might speak to lots of different people. People might have their different opinions, but the real test is when you push it out there, and then getting people who are complete strangers buying into your business, or that first sale, that first kind of, would that be that Instagram like and comment that is just from someone you didn't know, or the message that drops in, that feeling of I've done this, and there are other people in my friendships or my family that have that, that are benefiting from it. Build it and they will come. Because if you have that idea and that need for it, there is going to be other people. So we're on social media, we're on Facebook, we're also on Instagram under the New Cub Co. And you can shop our selection online on our website for the very best in skin, hair and healthcare products for mums and little ones.